Hello friends, this is Mohit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing great. So today I'm going to start a new series on PySpark tutorial and this is part 1 which is Introduction to PySpark. So let's start our discussion. So first let us discuss what is the today's agenda. So today we'll discuss what is Apache Spark, what is the definition of Apache Spark as per the original creator, Matai Jaharia, and we'll go through and understand the exact definition of Apache Spark. And then we will understand what is PySpark. And also we'll go through some important keywords which are used in definition. And then we will understand components and libraries which Spark offers. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so first point is what is Apache Spark? So in simple terms, if I say it is nothing but a computing engine to process or query the big data. Now, in order to understand this line, you must understand what is big data and how it is different from the normal data. So let's say you have a file of around 100 MB or even 1 GB. Okay. So can we consider this as a big data? The answer is no, because you have only single file and that too the size is fixed and that is not very large. But what happens if the velocity or the frequency with which we are getting the file is much higher? Then what will happen? Let's say you are getting 1 GB file size per second. Then in total, if you consider, that will be considered as a big data. Why? Because along with the volume, which was around 1 GB, now you are getting velocity as well. Here velocity means frequency. And there could be one more possibility, like you are getting different variety of files along with the velocity and volume. So big data in simple terms, if I say, it is nothing but the components with three V's. Three V's means first V is velocity, second V is volume, and third V is variety. So when the combination of these will come into picture, that will be considered as a big data. Okay. And in order to process that kind of data, Apache Spark is used. So that was the meaning of first line. This is nothing but the computing engine to process or query big data. And we have understood what is big data and how it differs from normal data. Okay. Also, we can perform our operation on unstructured file, of course, because the data which we are getting maybe in CSV file or in text format. So here we process those data as well. Okay. Now, what is the third point? Third point is actually very important. Here it is written. It is purely built on top of Scala code. But don't worry, it gives us flexibility to write our code in different languages like Python, R, SQL, Java. So whatever language you are comfortable with, you can use that language in order to write your code. Okay. But the important point is it is purely built on top of Scala code. Now we are in position to understand what is PySpark. So in third point, we have already discussed that Spark gives us flexibilities to write our code in different languages. So when we choose Python to write our code, so this provides us a Python API and it allows to write our code in Python. So what is PySpark? PySpark is nothing but the Python API for Apache Spark, which we use to write code in Python. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. Now, the next point is what is the exact definition of Apache Spark? So, in our previous slides, we understood the basic idea behind Spark. But according to the original creator of Spark, what is its original definition? So, let's discuss that one. So, the original definition is Apache Spark is a unified computing engine and the set of libraries for parallel data processing on computer cluster. Okay. So, this definition is not that much clear because it has a lot of keywords which we need to understand first in order to understand the real meaning behind this definition. So what are the important keywords? These are the important keywords which they have used in definition. So once we are clear with the real meaning behind these keywords, then it would really become very easy to understand this definition. Okay. So these are the important keywords like unified, then computing engine, then libraries, then parallel data processing, and computer cluster. So let's understand the meaning behind these keywords. So first is unified. So in simple terms, if I say it gives flexibility to the user from different domains like data analysis, data engineering, data science, machine learning domain. So the user from the different domains can come and perform their workload and perform their tasks on this single platform. So it gives the flexibility, or better to say, it gives the ability to perform this. Okay. So here it is written, unified means it refers to the ability to perform data analysis, data engineering, data science, machine learning related workload within single platform. Okay. So the users with the different domains can come and collaboratively work and perform their task within a single platform. So this is the ability provided by Spark. Now coming to the second important keyword, which is computing engine. So the word itself is self-explanatory. So the task or the workload which are performed by the users that has to be processed, right? So this computing engine is nothing but the core processing framework for executing those workloads. Okay. Now third is libraries. So this is the common keyword which we generally use in our object-oriented programming languages also. So for example, if you have idea about Python, then you might have listened these words very frequently. So the libraries means what? It basically provides additional functionalities, or better to say packages or modules that can be imported and utilized within Spark applications. And this can extend the functionalities of Spark beyond its core features. Okay, so by importing these libraries which Spark provides, it is going to extend the functionalities on top of its core features. Okay, now coming to the fourth point, which is parallel data processing. Now, what is this? What is this parallel data processing? So in simple terms, if I say, let's say you have a task. If you divide that task into multiple parts, and anyhow, if you are able to perform or process this individual task which you have divided parallelly, then the processing of total task would become very, very fast. Why? Because you are dividing the task and then you are processing it parallelly. So, what is parallel data processing? This is the method of distributing and processing data across multiple nodes in cluster. So, where we are processing these small tasks which we have distributed. So, we are performing these things across multiple nodes in the cluster. Okay. Here, node is nothing but you can consider as a different computers, a group of computers which are interconnected. Okay. So, let's say the single task which was processed by a single computer. Now, because of this parallel data processing ability, it will divide this single task into multiple tasks, and these small tasks will be processed by individual interconnected computers, which are nothing but nodes. Okay, so this is the real meaning behind parallel data processing. Now, what is computer cluster? As we have already discussed, it is nothing but the group of interconnected computers, and these are also known as nodes that work together to process data and execute Spark application. Okay, so now if we go back to the previous slide and let's try to understand the definition again. So what is Apache Spark? Apache Spark is a unified computing engine and the set of libraries. Why unified? Because it provides a common platform for all the users with multiple domains to perform their workload. Okay, so unified word is used here. Now, Apache Spark is unified computing engine. Why computing engine? Because there has to be something which will process those workloads, right? So computing engine and set of libraries. Why? Because this Spark offers different set of libraries which extend the functionalities of Spark on top of its core features. Okay, and we are doing these things for what? For parallel data processing on computer cluster. Okay, and we have already discussed what is parallel data processing and what are clusters. So it is basically dividing the total task into multiple small tasks, and each node which are interconnected, they will process every individual task, and which will significantly increase the speed of processing. Okay, so this was the real meaning behind the definition of Apache Spark. So now you should be comfortable with the definition, right? So let's move to our next slide. Now let us discuss what are the components and libraries Spark offers. So here if you see, the Spark offers the libraries for different domains, like for the streaming data processing, for analytics, for the structured API. That means if you want to work on structured data, then we can use this dataset, data frame, and also we can use a Spark SQL, and there we can write our code in SQL also in order to process our data or to do some kind of analysis. We can use Spark SQL also, and it also provide low-level APIs, which is RDDs, resilient distributed data set. We'll understand these terms in a very great detail in our upcoming videos. Okay. Second is distributed variable. So these are the different components and the libraries which Spark offers. And because of these libraries, the features of the Spark will increase many folds. Okay. So this was the very basic idea behind what is Apache Spark. And we have also discussed what is the definition of Apache Spark. And we have gone through the very important keywords which was used in definition in order to understand the real meaning behind that definition. Correct? And we have gone through those important keywords in a very great detail. We have also understood what is PySpark. So basically when we use Python API on Spark, where we can write our code in Python, that is nothing but the PySpark only. Okay. And then we have also seen what are the different components in the libraries Spark offers. Okay. So these were few points which I wanted to discuss in this introduction to PySpark. So in our next video, we'll see how to install and configure Databricks Community Edition, where we can write our PySpark code. Okay, so please stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the new video updates. Thank you so much, guys. Let's meet in our next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.